that now. No, wait, it's my turn. Right here.
Yeah. Morning wood. Gonna be cool. I just cut the cheese. Okay, dude, you ready? Hey, baby.
This won't take long. Hey, just wait here a sec.
Not even supposed to be here today. Not even supposed to be here today. Not even supposed to be here today.
My style is impetuous. My defense is in meatloaf.
Not even supposed to be here today. Not even supposed to be. Not even supposed to be here today. Not even supposed to be here today.
Meatloaf.
Not even
Meatloaf. I am the meatloaf. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
I am the greatest.
I told you all that I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. I told you all that I was the great. I told you all that I told you all.
Not even supposed to be here today.
Back in and I sin and I win and I go to up and I am back in and you don't know traveling like I know been traveling and I think my back aches cause I see his pancakes and I'm back in the studio, come kick it to you. Got some facts and don't to do. I ate these waffles from Costco. I don't think they're that good, but 45 seconds microwave is hard to get them. Hostile live do mine in the middle of the taste you like. It says snacking waffles, butter waffles. I don't know, but I think it was just okay. It kind of tastes like there was lots of sand inside it, but I ate it anyways, and I don't have a stomach ache, yo. I'm back in to see it's all getting in, and I know that I win, but you know that
Not even supposed to be here today.
I'm serious, cause hilarious. I try to get changes, but mangus, and I am,
Supposed to be here today.
and it is what it is, and now I am back in, and I say it's whacking. I'm going to kick this smacking. I got some NFL picks, I got some Rogan hits. I don't know what this shit is, man. You going back in, ho. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yo. Huh? And like I said,
Not even supposed to be here today.
but I'm here, and it's crazy. It's very upsetting to me also. But that's just the way it is sometimes, and we'll talk about that later. But, you know, I'm live streaming here on YouTube. This is at the Legends Podcasting website on YouTube. I no longer can live stream from my TikTok account because they banned me on it. That's what happens sometimes. But, yeah, so take it for what it is. We got a few topics today. I'm going to talk about traveling. You know, I said I'm a traveling electrician.
Huh?
And I went up I went up Sunday night and stayed overnight. So I got like, you know, you see on TikTok and all those people that got camping setups in their vans and cars. That's what I got. I got a full bed and everything I need in my car. And then I can use the 24-hour fitness. I'll use a shower, restroom, whatever, and then I spend time at Starbucks or like internet cafes and do all my my digital work I need to do on my computer. But yeah, so I went up Saturday night. Beautiful drive, man. The weather was really great driving. I really enjoy the drive sometimes, putting on a podcast and just like instead of watching a movie for 2 hours, just, you know, scenery and driving, and you know, it's like almost like a video game with, you know, the music you want to listen to. So yeah, so I took a little drive up there and then set up camp by the local where I was going to take a call. And on Monday, there was like, let's say there was like 15 calls to jobs. There's a couple jobs I wanted, but like 80 people showed up, man. There was like a lot of people, man. I was
Not
like,
even supposed to be here today.
what are you guys doing here? You guys should be somewhere else. But they have different books. I'll, you know, explain them at a different time, you know, but book one are for the people who live in that town. Book two are people from other locals that travel to that town to work. So we don't take work from other people. You know, that'd be a nice process for me for immigration. You know, immigration reform would be always like, you know, first the, that wouldn't be, that'd be kind of wrong too, huh? It did. Anyways, take that back. Sometimes you have an idea and it just doesn't work. You gotta, you know, work through your brain, process it, and be like, it's not gonna work out probably. So anyways, yeah. So I was book two guy, and the very last call that I was wishing to have ended the guy in front of me. So I think I was like 182 and 262 showed up. So like, say there's like on book one, there's like 100 people who signed the book, you know, guy gets laid off, he signs book 1, number 1. And then next guy gets laid off, signs behind him, number 2, all the way down. And then travelers, we have the same book. We have our own book, though. It's book 2. So first guy gets laid off, he signed number 1 slot. And then as things go through, we pile up until there's like 400 guys in the books. But, you can be any number. And then when the calls come, so there's 15 calls on a Monday or Tuesday, you show up at a certain time, you sign next to your name saying that you showed up, and there's never 1,000 guys. There's like yesterday, there was one day there was like 25, one day there was like 80, one day there was like 40. It kind of goes up and down. So anyways, you get slotted in according to who shows up. And even though I was on book 284 out of the 15 job openings, I was 1 away. So I missed it on Monday. So I'm like, okay, I'm up here. I'll stay up here, went to Starbucks, got my computer out, did a bunch of work I need to do. I'm working on a couple of different book ideas. And so I've been writing down just piece by piece. And as I go through, it kind of like builds upon itself. I have an idea what I want to do. And then where it goes, it goes. So that's you got to be a conduit of information. If you think that you just, I don't know. That's just me. Everybody does their own thing. So, so I was waiting. Sitting in my car a lot. Sometimes funny when you're sitting in the car, like you got to figure out where you can loiter. When you're in your car, you can go to a park a lot of times, but I'm trying not to drive around too often. Also, I don't want to be where a bunch of other people were at, I guess. But I'm also be by locations I want to be. Like I'm going to drink coffee. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to grab a bite to eat and be by my union hall. So parking a lot, and then underneath the tree. But everybody looks at you like, oh, this person's going to rape me. This person's going to try to kidnap me. And I'm always like, I don't want to make eye contact with anybody. And I hope nobody thinks that I'm like, living in your parking lot, which I kind of am, but I'm not. But so it's always a weird situation, and then go about your business. And then battery management, that's a big thing. Like on my phone, I'm trying to manage my battery, trying to make sure that, I don't waste all the battery I have on my phone, and then got to start my car up to charge my phone. I got to back up batteries. Oh, it's a whole process. But, be prepared. I have a bag packed. I have a work bag. I have a side bag. I have food stacked. I have one of those Arctic ice chests in the back for all my frozen goods. I got a full bed, 3-inch foam mattress. I'm 6'2", but I got it's a twin size bed. It's not a queen. It's not a full bed. It's a twin, so twin size, and it works out great. And then I have it set up. I have this thing I built to my car. If you guys want to hit me up, I can show you how to make it. Turn your car into a tent real easy, and it's a little secret. Maybe I need to make a video about that on TikTok, huh? There you go. That'd go wild. There you go. That's what I'm going to do. Do I got some more of that pipe? I'm pretty sure I do, huh? Anyways, it's a great idea. So, so I did that, and I didn't get a call on Monday. I didn't get a call on Tuesday, and then the job calls don't come in until 5:30 in the evening. So say you show up 7 o'clock in the morning, you don't get the call. You don't know what the next call is going to be until 7:30 that evening. So I waited all day. Monday, calls, great. Jumped in. I was once again like 1 or 2 away because I'm kind of high up in the number, 282, but now every time someone gets a job, I get lower and lower and lower and lower. So, Tuesday, I'm just 1 away. They had a nighttime call, but I can't work the nighttime shift at the moment. So, also, if you're in the summertime and you're trying to camp out in your vehicle, that sucks. The daytime is a terrible time to sleep. So anyways, then the next day there was no calls. So I am back in the studio. I did actually recording up there. I do this occasionally. I'll do like I'll record like a podcast. I actually did my sports show up there, Sideline Sports, which we're going to talk about next. And I just didn't like it. Sometimes when I'm in a location, I don't feel comfortable, and then it just didn't seem authentic or real. I feel like I was forcing it, and then editing it was a pain in the ass in the car, because at the time I didn't want to go. Starbucks closes like around the world a lot earlier than it does in it does where, I don't know. I don't know what time Starbucks closes anywhere else. I'm always in Vegas when I go to Starbucks, so it's like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, Starbucks is open, why not? But so it closes like at 8 and 10 o'clock. I guess that's because of homeless people. If you're homeless, which there is a homeless guy there with an iPad, which is crazy, but whatever. So that's what I did on that. And let's see what else. I went to a pizza place and I heard someone say This is the dumbest thing I hear this all the time. I want to get a large pizza. Yeah, okay. How big is that? It's 14 inches. Well, how many slices? If you don't get how dumb that is, then you got to think about it. Let's pause, okay? A large pizza. How many slices are in a large pizza? As many as you want. You want one piece, just one whole pizza, and want to fold it in half like a taco? You get one slice. You want 2 slices? We can cut it in half. You want 4 slices? We'll make 2 cuts. Guess what? There's no extra charge for another cut. You want more slices? You want 6, 8, 12? Now we're just getting crazy with the amount of slices. You know, you can get a large pizza with 4 slices or a large pizza with 14 slices. How many slices do you want? You know, you can get a small pizza, and it has I think 8 slices. So it's a 8 slices, But you can get a small pizza with 2 slices. Doesn't determine the size of the pizza, how many slices are in it. There's, it just doesn't make sense. You want a small pizzas, 4 slices, large pizzas, 8 slices. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll just make one pizza, and then I'm actually not charging for the size of the pizza. I'm charging for cuts. How many cuts of the pizza do you want? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You know what I mean?
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
And that's what I'm talking about sometimes,
Go away!
You know what's after that, right?
May I have your attention?
And you were all welcome in there. So, yeah, it was dumb. I hear that thing. So here I'm going to show this other thing over here. This is Sir Arrons Rodgers here. My head's kind of cut off. I should get a little lower like that, man. I'll change that one day. But oh well, that's good enough for me. This is Arrons Rodgers on Joe Rogan, okay? So if you remember during the time of getting the vaccine, he said he was immunized. Okay? He said he didn't say he was vaccinated. He said he was immunized, and it was real important. And he said he cares about his body, and I've got to look into it. I might really care about myself. I'm holistic, and it's really important what I know, exactly what I put inside my body. So I just want to show you here. See, there's my little thing here. What he said on Joe Rogan. Okay, let's watch this.
I looked into other options, which included an immunization process through a holistic doctor, and I researched and talked to probably a dozen different MDs.
A dozen guys talked to
and found a protocol.
A protocol by doctors
that I felt like was the best available.
And what's involved in that protocol?
What is involved?
Basically,
a lot of times when people are going to tell you something that's full of crap or they don't know what they're saying, they're going to say a couple things. Well, basically, and stuff. I mean, they say, we were going to go get some, we got the football and stuff, and we're going to do, the stuff, the things like that, and I was just thinking about, really about winning and things like that and stuff like that, stuff like that. And basically, we just want to keep doing stuff like that because basically it's just, a
couple-month process of taking a diluted strand of the virus.
Okay, now let's just slow this down. A couple-month process of taking the diluted version of the virus. So where did the virus come from? So if they took virus for somebody, how are they going to get the virus? Spit? Did the person, they got one guy and he spit in a cup a bunch? Look, bro, I'll get everybody herd immunity. I'm going to spit in a cup. We'll dilute that with some water. We'll drink this spit. Every time someone's sick, spit in a cup, bro. We'll take a shoey. This guy, here we go. This guy, what we did was every month I found a guy who had COVID, and then I took their shoe off, and then I poured a beer in it, and I drank that for a couple months, and that's how I got immunized. Okay, this is what is this guy saying? Obviously, my show is satire. I'm joking, but he literally is saying this.
So I was doing basically what the vaccine is supposed to do without...
How do they do that?
There's going to be an ad here, so I'm probably going to have to turn the volume down real fast on this one. But how did they do that? He says. How did they do that? This is, because this is the time, national platform, Joe Rogan, right? Right? You don't want to take the vaccine. You have some other method. You have a better method than the vaccine. You're immunized, right? Sounds like something George Bush would have said. Yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to get immunized. We're going to take them down. George Bush Jr. Anyways, the W. And so here's his opportunity to say exactly how he got this this virus in a diluted form. Okay? And it's probably going to jack me up with this ad. So we're going to take it off of this. I'm going to go straight to me again. So I'm going to play this right here. As the ad goes, unfortunately, it's like a 2-minute ad. So, like I said, they're going to do an ad. Guess what? We're going to do an ad right here. I was telling you, snacking waffles. Not good. I just had it. Tastes like sand. I wouldn't recommend it at all. Okay? Here we go. Boom. Back on. Let's get this back on. This is back, like I said, Arrons Rodgers. How did you get spit in a cup, bro? Ready? And
the exact way that they did that, but
so basically, what they did was the exact way they did that. Next question. So let me see this again. Okay, this is Joe Rogan. So this is like, I love Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan. But when people were like, well, see what happened on Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan was like, he didn't question it. He said one time.
So I was doing basically what the vaccine is supposed to do without.
How do they do that?
I don't know
I don't know
the exact way that they did that, but it was
by injection.
No, it was oral.
Oh, oral. So people always been questioning about which way he leaned this or that way, but for a couple months, orally, he took the virus in a couple doses, diluted. Snacking waffles, Costco. Wouldn't recommend it. And it's not a paid sponsor, by the way. I just ate it before I got here, and it tastes like sand in my mouth. So this is him again. I'll continue. Like, what do you want to know?
And
does he look confident? He looks like, damn it, I should have brought notes, right? If that was your quarterback right there, and it said, set, hike, and then he made that face, do you think that you're going to win the game? Do you think this guy's confident? Like, there's no shot by Arrons Rodgers, but this, granted, if he's playing football, I will put him in there. If I'm having him answer questions for his diluted, exact.
Are they even getting a diluted strand of the virus?
How do they even get it?
I don't know that exactly. I don't want to get into that.
I don't know that. I didn't look into that. Look, I just looked into not getting the vaccine, and whatever they said, I didn't research it. Not one bit. I had no idea. They just said, here's some fluid, and I kept on drinking it, and I'm like, cool, right? Cool. I don't care because I care about my body. That's what matters.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think. But
I just made a whole story.
There was hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of people that I knew in this circle that were using, that have been doing this.
Hundreds, if not thousands, of people were drinking this fluid. So is that FDA approved? Like, who are these hundreds of thousands of people? Okay, then also, let's think about this. If this was even possible, like, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. But if this is possible, let's say they're just giving Arrons Rodgers small amounts of COVID in a drink, and he's drinking it, right? Diluted version. Doesn't that mean he has COVID? And does that mean that he's just constantly getting just enough untraceable marks, so he's going places and getting people sick, but not really showing it? Like, that means he has COVID. Like, are we not figuring this out? Okay, let's just see what he keeps on saying here.
Protect ourselves, because we were thinking, hey, look, for me, I didn't want to risk anaphylactic shock or any type of clotting with, associated with the vaccine. So
yeah, because the vaccines, when I looked deep into it, there's all these possibilities, and I could have died. So they just gave me this cup of fluid, and I said, cool.
So that was my.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Rodgers. Can I say?
But there was hundreds and
Hundreds of thousands.
the exact way that they did that, diluted strand of the virus. So I was doing basically what the vaccine is supposed to do without.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't look at that.
The exact way that they did that, but
I don't know.
Supposed to do without.
How do they do that?
I don't know that the vaccine is supposed to do without.
How do they do that?
I don't know the vaccine is supposed to do without.
How do they do that?
I don't know that the vaccine is supposed to do without.
How do they do that?
I don't know the exact way that they did that, but
I don't know the stuff I took.
But
I don't know
it was
what I
By
took.
injection?
No.
No.
It was oral.
Oral.
And-
You know, I took it in my mouth. And then,
How are they even getting a diluted strand of the virus?
I don't know.
I don't know that
don't know.
exactly, or want to
didn't
get into that exactly.
I didn't want to.
But
I didn't want to get into this secret method of how they got this thing I'm going to put in my body. You know, a millionaire.
But there was
give it to me. Is it is it from babies? I'll take it.
hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people that I knew in this circle.
Okay, I don't think people understand what thousands of people are. First of all, you have thousands of friends on your Instagram page. You don't talk to any of them at all. Okay, you have thousands of friends on your Facebook. Imagine having to talk to all of them. Okay, I do a football page. If you could check me out, Double Wing, and coaches hit me up all the time, and I get like 10 to 15,000 views every 28 days. I don't get that many emails, luckily, but I get at least 1 or 2 emails a day. And then, so if I'm hitting 2 emails a day, that's, times 30, let's say 28 days. So we're going ahead and doing 56, right? So I got 56 emails a day I'm answering. It's kind of not that much, still a little time. But if I do 56 a day instead of 28 days, that's a burden. Still, 50 a day for 30 days, right? How many is that? The thousands? Not quite yet. We're getting there. This thousands, but not like. But that's a lot. That's a lot of people. I mean, he doesn't know that many people. Okay, he's not dealing with that many people. Do you think the millionaire is dealing with thousands of people? No.
That we're using. That have been doing this to protect ourselves, because we were thinking, hey, look, for me, I didn't want to risk
I didn't want to risk all these things I researched
shock,
this vaccine for, but didn't
or any type of clotting with associated with the vaccine. So,
see, that is just so disingenuous, right? He's making a comment. I don't want to get the clotting, like laughing like he's his far right point of view, but then when they give him something in a fluid cup, he still laughs, but I don't even know what's in it. It's like, give me a break, bro.
My only option: either do nothing or do this process.
Yeah. No, that wasn't the option. There's actually a couple of vaccines. A couple of people had different options. So one of them might have had some stuff in it at the time, John. But there was other options. There's other options, bro.
And I felt like that this was the best way to protect myself and my.
That's what Trump did with Operation Warp Speed. When he gave, it's like the CARES Act also was like $3.4 trillion Trump gave to all these big pharmaceutical companies and stuff. There was more than one option. And matter of fact, guess what? Other countries had other options. There's like a bunch of other countries. So if you didn't trust American scientists, you can maybe check a different scientist. I mean, there's, how a patent works, or, and like, just because someone makes something here doesn't mean China's going to respect you. They're not going to respect all patent laws. That's why they have their own patents over there. So that's how things work out. You got an international patent, you got a USA patent. What are you doing? So there was no other option.
Teammates, and that the NFL would understand, and maybe grant me a waiver, because
give me a waiver, bro. Look, NFL. Look, multi-billion-dollar corporation. I know that you guys deal with insurance and liability, but this dude gave me a cup of fluid to drink. Just sign off on it. His name? Eternal Sunshine. Where does he get the cups? I think he gets them at Costco. Those red soda. Oh, no, the stuff in the cups, we don't know. We don't know at all. We have no idea.
One of the most difficult parts about the whole process was
trying to convince people that I should drink this fluid out of the cup that looked like perhaps I was just playing beer pong, and they said, whatever one the beer pong ball falls in, you must drink, and don't worry, because we're all playing it, we're all immunized. I figured it out. I just figured it out. He said, what's in the cup? We just got a bunch of us. We did a beer pong tournament. We threw the ball. Everybody first, before you throw the ball, put the ball in your mouth. Boom, pop it out. And if it falls in the ball, you got to drink it. That's how we got immunized. We played beer pong for months on end. Solved it. He didn't even know. Know what was in there? Natty Light.
Clearly 2 classes of player at the...
There's 2 classes of player. There's people with common sense, and then there's people who drink beer pong juice. Continue.
There was the vaxxed and the unvaxxed.
The vaxxed and the unvaxxed. I like pointing this out all the time. Sinclair Media, who owns Fox News, they're the largest media group in the United States. And even though they are legally only bound to own 39% of media, now they work out like the sister company isn't, just because they're not exactly the same company, they're the same company, same people funding all this stuff. So when people say vax or jab or stop the steal, they are into that mind control. When people talk about programming, because Fox News is the one who uses these terms, death panels, Obamacare, all these are terms pushed by Sinclair Media. And people are like, I don't watch Fox News, but you still say that, correct? So it doesn't matter if you don't watch that exact television show, you are still influenced by the programming all the way down to you. Okay, so let's say it's like a stream of water. That's what it is, a fluid stream of water. Mainstream media, Fox News, is like the biggest glacier in the world, and it's melting down and creating all these little rivers, okay? And you're at the bottom of that river where it's a lake, and it's collectively of all those points of view, and you repeat with everything that's in that lake. I mean, that's how it works out. So granted, you're like, I'm not on the glacier. It's like, no, you're on the lake. It eventually gets down to you. And if you don't think twice and you say vax, jab, stop the steal, Obamacare, border crisis, all those things, if you say any of those things, if you say Chicago, top 10 most violent cities in the world, nope. If you say bash California, even though it's the 5th largest economy, and it always has been your whole life, and you want to say anything bad about California and you just don't even look into it, you say it's cheaper to buy a house in Texas when it's actually more expensive to buy a house in Texas, but if you just don't look into it, you're controlled. So there's only 2 groups. There's people who use vaxxed as a terminology and people who don't use the word vax. So there's 2 groups. People who use the word vax, people who don't use the word vax.
And the vaxxed had full privileges.
Full privileges. The victimhood. They got to do everything. I was just playing beer pong with vaccinations.
They tested once every 2 weeks.
They tested every 2 weeks?
They had full privileges on the road.
They got to go on the road, and they got to see any stripper they wanted to.
Go out to dinner on the road.
They got to go out to dinner on the road, do whatever they wanted.
Go to a concert in town.
They can go to concerts in town.
They could go to a comedy show.
They can go to a comedy show.
In town, they could be at any place they wanted to, right, and live life normally. Non-vaxxed, fully masked, 0 privileges on the road. Could not go into establishments more than 15 people. Mm-hmm. You cannot be around.
People don't understand how some of these things work. Let's just take away the vaccination completely, or a COVID. Do you think Arron Rodgers is allowed to join a mountain biking team? Do you think Arron Rodgers right now, if he wanted to go join a mountain biking racing team, he could? How about this? Do you think Patrick Mahomes is allowed to start up a NASCAR racing team where he's a driver? Nope. There's insurance clauses on him. They're saying, hey, look, if you're going to be the quarterback of this team, you're not going to go out and do backflips on your skis because we can't risk losing. We're putting millions of dollars in you. So there's rules and regulations on everything besides the vaxxed. I'm pretty sure the other players don't have the same rules as Arron Rodgers. The guy who only gets like $700,000 a year instead of him getting $12 million. Isn't it crazy? He's like, look, man, I'm making like $45 million a year. I'm just trying to play vaccination beer pong, and they're trying to make me get a vaccine that everybody else has already got. I can't believe it. It's almost like having $40 million a year isn't even worth it. It is, totally. But I'm going to drink this beer pong water. That's just what my idea is. So, yeah, it's a crazy situation here. My son just texted me some Drake. He loves himself some Drake and some Kanye West. Let me see how much more.
More than three.
Okay, he's playing victimhood.
The three individuals from the team outside the crazy 18. You had to submit a vaccination card. You're the only ones wearing masks. 2021. They knew 7 of us not vaxxed.
Is it because practice is outside in the?
Okay, let's say this. Okay, if Arrons Rodgers is taking small amounts of the virus, he has COVID. So yeah, wear a mask. Are we not just using like some common sense, right? Are we just using basic? Basically what he's trying to do is he's trying to peanut himself out of the peanut disease. People who are allergic to peanuts, sometimes I think if I just take small amounts of peanuts, I can actually eventually overcome. And sometimes it works with peanuts. You know what I mean? Allergies. But this is a vaccination, and I believe he doesn't even know what's in the cup. It's a placebo. Tricked him. You know what? They're like, here, just got to microwave this snack waffle for 35 seconds and drink a water after it. The grit inside the snack waffles, that's COVID. Don't worry, you'll be okay. Huh? So, look, I'm on Joe Rogan. Hey, Joe. Here, me and Joe. Let's see which way we look here. So, me and Joe. Oh, I got to get back here. So, me and Joe right here are looking like, what is in the cup? So, just in case we didn't remember, let's go back, okay?
Getting vaccinated was not on the top of my list, but
getting vaccinated was not a concern of mine at all because I was number 1 in beer pong.
I wanted to look into it because everybody was doing it and talking about it, and
since everybody was doing it, I didn't want to. So,
and trying to be safe, and I wanted to make sure I was, doing my part if that's what was necessary, to keep myself safe and my loved ones safe and my teammates safe. And I looked into it. At the time, I went on this.
So one time I went on this website.
PC website, and they specifically said,
ready? Specifically.
If you're allergic to PEG, we do not recommend you get vaccinated.
Like I said, so specific. If you're allergic to this one thing, don't take this. What's in the cup? I don't know.
With the mRNA vaccinations. So the only other options, which included and found a protocol that I felt like was the best available.
And what's involved in that protocol?
It involved basically a couple-month process of taking a diluted strand of the virus. So I was doing
a strand of the virus. Maybe it's the one that dogs have. Maybe they were taking dog COVID medicine.
Basically, what the vaccine is.
Basically, every time they say basically and stuff. And,
supposed to do without.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
I give up. All right. So I can't make that stuff up, guys. Right. So that's what it is. And then that happened on Joe Rogan, and no one even questioned it. That's crazy. When I saw that, I was like, man, that's some wild stuff. Wild stuff. So, yeah. So that's that. I say I'm going to talk a little bit about my sports here.
Long drive, left field, grand slam, home run. Look at this play, folks. And he stutters stuff walking infield. How sounds that fast? Touchdown. Gets down the sideline.
A little bit about my sports here. So I think we should do first where I was right and where I was wrong. I think that would be the best thing for me to do right now. So we'll go over here to, this is my picks from last week, where I was right and where I was wrong. Okay, let's go. I'm going to pick this bad boy up a little bit. see if I can do that. That work out better? There we go. I like that better. No square. Sweet. So here, first on the board, Bills and Rams. Bills mauled the Rams, which I knew was happening. This is going to be an MVP year for Josh Allen. 26 for 31, 297 yards, 3 touchdowns, plus a rushing touchdown. That is really good. Very, very good. Where I was wrong, I thought the Falcons were going to beat the Saints. Somehow the Saints found a way to win. Jameis Winston went 23 for 34, 269 yards. You know, he usually throws a lot. He has a big arm, but he usually comes and goes with his accuracy. But man, come on, Falcons, win a game. And then the 49ers. I predicted the 49ers to win, but it went exactly like I said it would go. They both were throwing picks. Trey Lance threw a pick. What's his name? Justin Field threw a pick, threw 2 touchdowns. It was raining and pouring. I thought the 49ers would eventually be able to pull it out with their defense, but I think the rain really slowed the game down a little bit. And but man, they were showing Jimmy Garoppolo on the sideline. I was like, bring this guy in. We're ready for Jimmy. Right? The Steelers and Bengals. I thought the Bengals were going to win. I don't know what happened to the Bengals. Joe Burrows went 33 for 53, 338 yards, 2 touchdowns. They seemed to do everything right. Maybe just I guess the defense was struggling a little bit there, but man, that's not a good one. Eagles over the Lions. These are going to be my champion team right there. I think the Eagles are going to make it to the championship game. I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan. Jalen Hurts went 18 for 32. Yes, I was right there. Poor Lions. They're going to probably hopefully win next week. Patriots. Who are the Patriots, man? Talk about a fall apart. Mac Jones is not the guy, I don't think, over there. Dolphins somehow found a way to win. Tua, 23 for 33. I always say completion ratio is a big deal. 1 touchdown. Tyreek Hill got 8 receptions for 94 yards. Didn't score a touchdown, but still looking good. So I missed that game. I thought the Patriots were going to win. Ravens over the Jets. That's easy. Joe Flacco threw 59 throws, 307 yards, only 1 touchdown. You know, he went 37 for 59. That's not a bad completion ratio. Probably close to about 70%, 71, 68. But man, how do you figure out a way to lose? The Ravens kicked their butt, 24-9. I was right on that one. I thought the Ravens would win. I thought the Jaguars were going to come out with their quarterback, second-year quarterback, make a difference. He did halfway decent this year. I think he's really going to pick up time. The young kid in Jacksonville, and somehow the Commanders won 28-22. I was wrong on that one. Another one, Browns and Panthers. Man, Baker Mayfield had a touchdown and a pick, I believe. 16 for 27. Somehow the Browns found a way to win. I can't believe it. I guess it was Chubb ran the ball pretty good. 22 carries for 141 yards. The Panthers just find a way to lose. Sometimes it happens. Here's the other game. Colts and Texans. I stated, no one cares. They tied. Guess what? No one cares. You know what I mean? This whole game was a loss for everybody. I said that. If somebody watched that game and ended up in a tie, man, we both lost on that one. So I was right on that one. Giants over the Titans. I missed on that one. I thought the Titans would win. Somehow the Giants pulled out a win. The Giants got Barkley back there. He ran 18 carries for 164 yards. That's pretty impressive. It was basically a battle of running backs, I would imagine. But I don't know if even I don't think their starting running back was playing. Here's another game I called pretty good. Vikings over Green Bay. I knew this would happen. Back to the Arron Rodgers. He's immunized. He can only play beer pong, with dirty balls. But
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
So he was.
Go away, Baton.
And that's what he was telling everybody. So yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Kirk Cousins has been disrespected in the background for many years. This is going to be one of those years where he's going to take it really close and get towards the end. If not, be close. He's going to get as close to the Super Bowl as anybody else this year. I think a couple of teams I really believe in. Here's a game I predicted: 2 Chiefs over the Cardinals. Patrick Mahomes went 30 for 39. This is one of the best completion games he's ever had in his career. So I've said this for a while. He threw 5 touchdowns. that has a lot to do with Arizona, I believe. Arizona, we're having problems. You're going to see when they come out with the Hard Knocks Arizona. I think it's a dysfunctional group. I think it has a lot to do with the coaching, also the ownership. You know, I think it always goes back to when they had like Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald. You know, they had this great wide receiver, and it kind of was like he was almost lost on that team. It really sucked. But yeah, the Chiefs put a whooping on Arizona. I think Arizona is not going to make the playoffs this year. Raiders lost to Chargers, found a way. Derek Carr was close, but this couple of missed throws and then sacks and fumbles, and the offensive line's got to protect Derek Carr a little bit. But the Chargers are one great team. They got their first win of the year. That was a close one. I really like that one. Buccaneers over the Cowboys. They are who said they are. The Cowboys are not very good. And somehow even Tom Brady didn't look that great at first. He went 18 for 27, 212 yards. But Leonard Fournette got 127 yards rushing. You know, the Cowboys lose their quarterback with a hand injury. The backup quarterback, Cooper Rush, or his name, but he looked halfway decent. But yeah, that was a disaster. You know, sometimes it was a Sunday night game and it was 19-3. It was like basically they put it on TV for the world to see. Look, the Cowboys suck. I say that too every time I talk about Texas. Cowboys suck, first of all. And then also right here we got Broncos over Seahawks. I thought the Broncos would beat the Seahawks, but the Seahawks found a way to win. That might be the worst Russell Wilson performance I've ever seen. 29 for 42, so he actually got a good completion ratio, but it just seemed like he made all the wrong decisions out there. It was just like over and over again. They got delay of game. They're trying to call. Who's calling the offense? I think the problem is Russell Wilson wants to call the plays, but the play callers can't get the plays in soon enough to him, so things aren't working out that great. It was a disaster to watch, and somehow Seattle pulls it off by 1 point with a field goal. In the second half, man, the whole second half of that game, 3 points. The second half of the whole game, 3 points. A field goal in the fourth quarter by the Broncos. What a terrible game, right? Man, I can't believe sometimes this game is just overall trash. So that was last week's picks. So I didn't do that bad. Let me see here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 right out of 16. So I went over 50%. Got 9 right. And hopefully here for week 2, I'm going to do a little bit better. So Thursday night's game is going to be the Chargers versus Kansas City. Man, the Chargers are going to keep on rolling. I think this will be a big game with the defense. I think Chargers didn't face a good defense in Arizona, and I think the Chargers are going to put it on Kansas City. There's going to be 2 picks. Patrick Mahomes will be running for his life. Of course, he's going to make one of those athletic, spectacular throws, and people are like, look what he did, you know, but it's Andy Reid. It's not him. Cleveland against the Jets, come on. Somehow the Cleveland is going to go 2-0 without their starting quarterbacks. This is going to be wild, but the Jets are terrible. Detroit's going to get their first win in 2 years when they go against Washington at home. Detroit's going to be at home and get their first win of the year. This is going to be a game to watch. Hopefully this is on TV. I think the whole NFL world is going to be excited about this. One, people are upset that Washington changed their name, right? But then also people are rooting for Detroit to get that W, right? So, then Tampa Bay going to go into New Orleans. It's going to be a tight game. Tampa Bay better have their defense ready, but I think Tampa Bay is going to beat New Orleans in that one. Carolina goes into New York. I think Carolina's going to get their first win. Baker Mayfield is going to go on some AstroTurf over there in New York, and I think he's going to really pill this one out. New England into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to get a win on this game. New England is going to be a disaster. They're going to try to figure out what the quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised if New England tries to bring Jimmy Garoppolo back. Wouldn't that be wild? But I keep saying 49ers are going to have Jimmy Garoppolo by week 6 because they didn't look good with Trey Lance. But if they can get a really good profit, they can wash both those guys off their hand, get an opportunity for a draft pick because there are better quarterbacks coming out, and get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo so they don't have to deal with the guilt of how they messed up. And then if it goes to New England and win, they'll say, well, New England's got a great coach. It's not really Jimmy, right? That's what they'll say. So anyways, I'm saying that Pittsburgh's going to win. Indianapolis into Jacksonville. Jacksonville's going to finally get their win. I think the quarterback is finally going to start. Man, his name is Trevor Lawrence is really going to pick it up. I think Trevor Lawrence is now with the coaching situation he's in, it feels less like a college situation. I think he was like, sweet, I'm going to leave college and go pro. This is going to be great. And then he goes pro and he gets a college coach. He's like, fuck, man, I'm trying to do a pro situation. You give me a college coach? It's some BS. So, yeah, Jacksonville there. Miami's going to go to Baltimore. Baltimore's going to win that game by a landslide in Baltimore. Atlanta is going to go into L.A. Matt Stafford's not going to lose 2 in a row. Okay, that team is not going to lose 2 in a row. I don't think the L.A. Rams have lost 2 in a row in a while. I might be wrong by that. Seattle into San Francisco. San Francisco's defense is too strong. I think this is going to be the big game. It's going to change it up. I think it's going to be all defense still, but we're going to be in San Francisco, so I bet they're going to do less throwing and a lot more running with Trey Lance. But we're going to win it with defense. I think it's going to be a turnover and a pick six. That's going to be the decider, and we're going to kick a few field goals on that. Granted, Trey Lance will do his thing he does where he finally hits a bomb. It despises me when I see quarterbacks hit a Hail Mary. They're like, look how good he is. Like, no, he missed every short throw, and then he threw a Hail Mary. You know, that's not football, bro. Cincinnati into Dallas. Dallas is not going to win with a backup quarterback. That's going to be a blowout. Cincinnati, Joe Burrows is going to be upset. He's going to go and take it down to Dallas. Houston and Denver. Denver's going to finally get their win. Russell Wilson is going to try to figure it out at home. Houston is nobody. Houston is just if you ever do After Effects on your computer with Adobe that says placeholder. That's what Houston is this year. They're a placeholder for another team. Arizona's going to go into Las Vegas. Derek Carr and those guys are going to put it together. It was just game one. They were looking good, but the more and more they play, it's going to get better and better and better. So I'm thinking Las Vegas is going to take their first win of the year at home. Chicago is going to beat Green Bay. I don't think Justin Fields is the guy, but Green Bay is falling apart. And I think there's just too much, and he's a little bit older, and the younger guys don't see him in the same light as he sees himself. Granted, they see he's a guru, he's smart, but the other things, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? So they want someone who's in it like them, and instead of just getting yelled at, they think, okay, yeah, he's dedicated, kind of, but he was playing beer pong with the vaccine, so don't even care about that, you know? Monday night, is this true? We get 2 games, Tennessee into Buffalo and Minnesota into Philadelphia. So, like I said, Josh Allen is going to be the MVP this year for sure. Jimmy Garoppolo, comeback player of the year. Tennessee is going to go into Buffalo, and Josh Allen is going to have 2 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. This is going to be a great game, and they're going to really pile on and beat Tennessee, and that's going to be their first home game of the year, so you know they're going to be feeling it. The Bills Mafia is going to go to town, and then Minnesota is going to Philadelphia, and is this going to be Philadelphia's first home game? Yep, so this is going to be Philadelphia's first home game also, so I'm going for both home teams. Minnesota is going to look good, and this is going to be a battle. I wouldn't doubt this game goes 41-45. I think Kirk Cousins, if I'm putting it, Philadelphia's going to win. That's my prediction. Not by a landslide. They're going to barely win. I think it's be 41-45 or something like that. But if Minnesota has the ball at the end of the game, I'm going to think Minnesota's going to win with Kirk Cousins. Because I'm not too sure. I don't know if Kirk Cousins has ever won a Monday night football game. Is there a Sunday night or a Monday night game? Kirk Cousins is 0 for 20. But I'm saying Philadelphia and Buffalo in both these games. But I'm saying if they have the ball in the last minute and they're down by points, and then they're going to give it to Kirk Cousins, go down the field, I think he will be successful. Yeah, so that's that. And then baseball, man, Aaron Judge, American hero, man. That guy's amazing. Should have put that video up. I think I just deleted that, right? Let's see, I'll get all that over here. Arrons Rodgers, he got immunized, you know that? So Aaron Judge yesterday, he hit 56 and 57. So Yankees won a game yesterday. Aaron Judge, say Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Judge, he hit 2 home runs in one game, 56 and 57. Here we go. Sweet. So I'm going to take it over here to... Let's get all of them. So this is 56. Boom.
High fly ball, deep left
Down by
field.
1 in Boston.
There it goes. See ya.
Out of here to Seattle. Look at that. That was number 57, huh?
4 away from Roger Maris.
4 away from Roger Maris. That is quite impressive. Look at this guy. This is the second of the day. You gotta see, one of the best ever. And from Fresno. I don't know if we said that enough on this show, but we support our local guy, Arron Rodgers from Fresno. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, he's 4 home runs shy of Roger Maris for the American League single seed record for home runs. That was 2 home runs. And like that was, I read something the other day. It's 10th multi-homer game of the year, tied for 3rd most in the season in Major League history. I think Sammy Sosa and this other guy have it ahead of him. So if he, which he probably will, have 2 more games with 2 home runs or more, he will be the leader of that too. There's so many categories that he's leading, but he eventually they won that game in 7-6, 10-inning win over the Boston Red Sox. Right there. So that was top of the 8th. But yeah, quite impressive, Aaron Judge.
Long drive left field.
I got this text right now. The MAGA GOP has already banned abortion in 14 states, and if they get power in November, yeah. So, not gonna respond to that. But yeah, let's have free choice. And how many slices of pizza are on a pizza? I don't know. And does Arron Rodgers immunize? I don't even know what that means. But I guess if you're Arron Rodgers and you want to hear, see here, boom. Isn't it cool? Let's see this. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm like dumb, huh? Okay, sweet. So, I was on the Yankees and I hit this ball. Here we go. Everything's backwards, so I'm like dumb. Oh yeah, so if you're not watching the video right now, I'm putting my head on Aaron Judge's body. So anyways, guys, I'll say thank you, everybody. Back to the Line and the Truth. You can go check us out everywhere. Legends Podcasting. You can check us out on put me right here. Boom. I like that better. legendpodcasting.com. Line and the Truth website. We're kind of like everywhere right now. Go check out my book Streamer on Amazon. If you got Kindle, it's free. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe.
My turn.
We out.
Go away.
No, wait, it's my turn.
I roll
Meatloaf!
morning wood. This is gonna be cool. I just cut the cheese. Okay, dude, you ready?
Hey, just wait here a sec.
My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
I roll.
Cinco. I told you all.
I am the greatest.
My ex-girlfriend is catatonic after fucking a dead guy.
Nothing's supposed to be here today.
May I?
Go away.
And my present girlfriend has sucked. And my present girlfriend has sucked.
Meatloaf!